We lived out on a little spit of land that bordered on the Thames River, where it ran into Long Island Sound. There was a salt marsh on the water side. On the inland side, the land rose up into hills with oaks and pines on them. Further up the Thames was the village of Groton, where Fort Griswold was. On the other side of the Thames was New London. It was a mighty big place, with docks sticking into the river and hundreds of houses and 6 church steeples you could count if you went up into the hills. I went into the house, got the wooden milk bucket, and came out again. Ma took a look at me.
"Put on them milking britches, Willie," she said. "I ain't having no child of mine sitting on a milking stool with her skirt pulled up and all them soldiers marching by."
That was Ma. She didn't hold with anybody seeing a girl's legs. I didn't care one way or another. I just hated changing my clothes all the time, because I'd have to change back into my dress soon as the milking was done. Naturally, Ma didn't hold with a girl going around dressed up like a boy, neither.
"Ma," I started to argue. She gave me a look. "You do like I say, Willie."
I might have argued too, but I was feeling terrible scared by the British, and I didn't have much mind for arguing like mostly I would. So I went into the cabin and put on the milking breeches, and then I went down to the salt marsh behind the cabin and started to milk the cow, while the horse stood near and watched. I just got started when there was a great boom from somewhere behind me. I jumped. Then there was a tearing sound overhead, and I knew they'd begun to fire cannon from Fort Griswold out onto the British ships. That cannonball tearing out to sea scared me even more, because Pa was out there somewhere in the jolly boat. If a ball struck the boat, it would smash it to smithereens and drown Pa for sure. Oh, how I wished he was back home with us. Never mind what Ma said. Mostly, Pa worked for Colonel Ledyard, chopping wood, hoeing corn, and running and fetching. But early in the mornings he went out fishing, so as to make a little money to improve himself. I thought about him out there amongst the British fleet, and I wondered if he was scared. Then I began to think about if he would really fight, the way Ma said, and what that would be like. What would it be like to get stabbed by a bayonet? Thinking about that scared me so much I had to squinch my eyes closed and think about milking the cow. By and by I was finished, and I left the cow on her tether and carried the milk bucket up to the cabin. There was cannons rolling past now, and the dust was worse than ever. Just as I got to the door, there came another boom and the tearing noise overhead. I jumped inside and shut the door, even though I knew if a ball hit, it would go clean through the cabin, door and all. Of course, there wasn't much to our cabin.